Brian with Grand Roofing bringing you another quick video on the fly, leak inspection, investigation, figure for an estimate or replacement. I don't know, I want to get your guys' feedback on this. I just parked up over here and threw the ladder up. We're going to check on a few things. So history on this is I was told by the owner, which is not home right now, they said get it checked out. It's kind of rainy day. My plans changed, so we're out trying to work stuff like this in until I get soaking wet. So what I was told is there's a leak on the garage, in between the garage and the house. So we're gonna go look for that and just check a few things out. Pulling up, looking at the roof, I've got some kind of concerns on this. So let me know your thoughts down below when I get up there, show you what the problem may be, a possible fix for it, and would you figure for a repair or replacement. So let's check this out. Anything I do, I want to make sure I document everything pretty well. And know, especially because when we work in a wide area, there's nothing worse than saying, okay, figure for an estimate, and you didn't figure for a replacement estimate. You don't know the measurements, you don't know the layer count, you don't know the condition of the wood, you didn't document it, so I try to do that in one go while I'm there. So we're gonna look and be cautious of the replacement or the repair ability of this, or possibly making sure I document everything for figuring for a replacement. So we're gonna start with the bottom edge here. Just try to look up under here, get an idea if it is a 1 layer, 2 layer, multiple layer, possible wood decking. Condition or what it is. So it looks like 1 layer. There's your visible shingle, there's your underlayment, headlap, whatever you want to refer to it as. It appears to be just 1 layer. If you can try to roll this up, it's too stiff there. Let's see if we can see under the bottom edge right here where this is hanging out too far and not done right. Oh, I think I can see better in the camera. I'm seeing a high fascia board there. I can't really get in there, so we'll just continue on here. Let's go up and look. Let's check out the area. Was in between the house and the garage here. When I parked out here, I could clearly see up and see there's a big dip right here. So that's where we're gonna focus our look. I was told that the roof was fairly new. I don't recall exactly the year, what they said they thought it was, but just looking at it, oh, it's got some fair bit of granule loss in various areas. It doesn't quite look to be a 5-inch exposure. Well, maybe it will be. I don't have a tape on me. The leak is right here. Oh, let's back up. So about the age of it, I noticed something right here. You seasoned roofers might be able to see what I'm talking about and how to tell if this is an older roof than 5, 10, 15 years right off the bat because it's hip and ridge. If not, I'll kind of give you my opinion on what year I think this is. Just looking at this hip and ridge here, this cap, coping, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't look shiny. Like if you're driving down the road on a sunny day and you look at different roofs, it's going to look like a little bit of shine or shimmery look to it. That's the fiberglass mat you're seeing. I don't see that in this. It's organic. Right here you can see it. It's organic matter, so this is an organic hip and ridge. Why that's important? Organic shingles, I believe, were last manufactured in around the 2006-2008 era time period. So you might have a couple years that stuff was still in inventory at supply houses and things, so give or take a couple years, let's say 2008, 2010. We're looking at least 12 years, 12 to 14, 15 years maybe, that this ridge cap has been up here. So I think the roof is older than they believe it to be. So let's look at a few other things with the leak here. I see the issue right here. See if I can get the camera angle down where you can see it. There's a big dip right there. We're gonna look at that. There's also a slight dip from the ridge pole about right here coming over. I'm no framer, but if you look, this could be a possible addition, the garage, or stick built, so rafters or trusses, whichever. And then you kind of freehand build this little piece over. I've seen it done different ways, and again, disclaimer, I'm not a framer, never built homes. They'll bring pieces and cut pieces, rafters, on top of the wood roof deck here. So over time it could sag, could rot because of a leak, and then continue to sag down. That's probably where that's sagging. Could possibly have wood decking run the wrong way vertically and causing it to sag, but that's definitely a leak. What you got going on here is this keyway here, see that water drip that just dripped down in there? So this is sagging pretty bad that way. Can you see it right there maybe? So water coming on the roof, coming in this crack here, is now running down the path. Gravity's wanting to pull it kind of angled down. Well, the issue you got going on now, it's all loose. See right in here, you can see the dirty water trail, you can see the sag decking right here and the crack above, because this headlap below that shingle right there is short, so water's running down right into here, getting in all the nail holes, causing it to sag, making it get worse quicker. Just looking at the pattern down here, just to kind of glance at some things. I want to know what the repairability is of this. Switch camera. So before I figure, yeah, I want to repair it, or figure repair quote, I want to know a little more what's going on in the whole house, because there's nothing worse than figuring repair, doing a repair, getting into the repair, then finding out, wow, the rest of the quality of this is bad, or the condition of the roof is in pretty bad shape, and then they want to come back on you potentially because you did the repair. So I'd rather know years in advance, prior to that happening, hey, Mr. Owner, this is a condition in my evaluation of the roof. I don't want to figure repair. That's my opinion now. Currently, with what I'm seeing, we'll look over a few more things before I finally make that judgment. Let me know what you think by the end of the video. I don't want to get into this. My opinion, if you did want to fix this, you need to take apart the hip and ridge, the ridge cap from here over into the valley, out of the valley, down because it's a higher side, get all the valley ripped out. This piece of decking here, you know, you might have a good square worth of material just on this one valley, maybe more than that, honestly. A bundle up, bundle down, a little extra wide, some bad wood here, some time, and you're tying into unknown things. So let's look at a few other things and get an overall condition of this. Just looking at various things like pattern, offset, nail placement, stuff like that. Decking condition. Let me get the camera here. I just have to feel something. I'm not a fan of how they got the shingle run flush with this. Get a water wick up. Oh, look at that. There's only about a 1-inch offset from their starter to their shingle here. That's not good. The other bigger thing I'm trying to look at is my famous little test here. So I'm standing right on a truss right there on that foot. So we're just going to try to feel over. Looks like it's 24-inch on center. Knowing the neighborhood, this could possibly be 3/8 plywood, kind of spongy under me. If you were to plan for a replacement, and you want to maybe put some light items or let your owner know, like, hey, you could have some bad wood. This is pretty concerning here, though. Let's look at the rest of the roof. Wow, a few things I see right here. Biggest, again, is the hip and ridge. This is old. It's been here for a minute. It's crumbling and deteriorating pretty bad. Even their plastic ridge vent's starting to deteriorate a little bit. I've seen way worse than that, but this is telling me this is a bit older than they think. It's going down this one too. A fair bit of moss built up back here. That's not bad. It's unsightly and it can be cleaned off. I'm not a fan of fiber tape and tar. Just looking at some other various things here. Just want to get an overall evaluation of the roof real quick. I don't know if that's even tucked right. You got some things sagging down, could be heating. These are probably Tamco. They shouldn't split apart easy like that. Let's see if this is flipped out. Yeah, it looks like it's in there. Yep, barely in there. Just looking at pipe boots, flashings, just kind of get an idea. When I'm done with the video, I will take some good pictures of this. Because we work in a pretty wide area, and I want to make sure, like if I'm working an hour away or doing an inspection, I don't have to go back, so I want to document everything pretty well. Looking at the pattern right here, let's check this out. These are gapping, heating, and sliding. Could be another possible quality of install. They blew through the mat on a hot day. It's sliding down. You can see them right through here. I don't know, my personal opinion of this, I don't want to figure repair on this. Definitely not going into winter. Nor do I want to figure for roof replacements in the winter. I wouldn't want roof replacements done on my roof in the winter. I don't want to recommend it to potentially customers of mine. On that note, if you are working with a contractor, I'm not saying every contractor is bad, but just be cautious. If they're saying, oh, it's fine, they might be looking out for their pocketbook and the dollar ultimately over your quality of install. So just keep that in mind. Depending upon where you live, you know, if you're in Florida or warm regions around the equator, yeah, roof anytime year round. You know, not here in the northern region where it's cold and snow flies. Something else caught my eye right back over here. Let's go walk over here and check this out. Right back here, I didn't see it coming up the ladder, but this looks different, and it is different. So looking at the main shingle, there's a taper to these. They flare out. Most all brands flare out. Some might flare in on the, not the laminate shim part, whatever you refer to this, but the actual big part of the shingle. The difference here is it's completely square, vertical, runs completely straight up and down. There's only one brand, maybe two, that I know of, which is IKO. They're the only ones that I know of that are completely vertical. And the old sister company, which was CRC, I believe. It was, I think, a sister company or exclusively sold through Menards. It's kind of a white bundle with the yellow CRC or something like that. So it tells me that somebody put an IKO patch repair job on this. Let me know. I don't want to feel bad. I want your guys' opinions if you're a roofing contractor. What are your thoughts? Should this be figured for repair? Could it safely be figured for repair? Or do you evaluate the overall condition of the roof, the age of the roof, and notify them and say, hey, I think it's better if you figure for a replacement? I'm not trying to push anything on them, because honestly, when it comes to repair work, you can sometimes make more money doing repair work than you can on new installs. There's so many factors, markets, is it insurance work or not, a lot of different variables. I just personally don't think I should figure for repair on this. It needs to be a replacement. Unless you're Josh Bigger and you want to squirt some caulking on there and throw him a $2,000 bill and then enjoy the rest of the day. I'm sorry about that. Oh, big time! God, I love your channel. Kind of funny. Waste time on it though. It's like watching kitties. Anyway, I got to wrap this up. I got a short lull in the weather. I got to get some more done. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. I really do appreciate your comments and your feedback. I like to learn from you guys too, because I'll admit I'm not the best at everything. I try to share what I know, and I'm willing to learn from what you guys might know. So, also on that note, in the comments, let me know. I have just been blown away at supply chain issues and inflation, and trying to advise people like, hey, maybe you want to hold off. Maybe you can get a little time out of this. A year and a half ago, if I was telling a customer to hold on, you could get some life out of it. I feel really bad now because there's been such massive increases in inflation and supply chain shock issues, things like that, whatever it may be. It's gone up a lot. Somebody's out having fun in the sky. Anyway, until next time, be safe. Thanks for the comments down below. We'll see you on the next one.